Hey everybody, I'm Michael McClintock and this is lesson 5 for beginning guitarists. Alright, I would like to introduce probably the most popular strumming pattern for acoustic guitar of all time. So, a couple of things about this. I'm going to keep my hand moving at all times, okay? I'm never going to stop. So I'm just going down, up like that, okay? So let's first of all break down the strumming pattern. I've got down, down, up, down, up, okay? So it's important. This is going to take a little bit of work because it's going to feel a little weird, but you got down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and down, down, up, down, up. So I keep my hand moving at all times. And what I'm doing is what I just call like a fake strum to kind of keep things moving. So right out of the gate, we have down, and notice I'm doing like a fake upstroke. I'm not hitting anything. So on this up strum, I'm making the motion, right? I'm flicking the wrist and pulling a little bit from the elbow like we talked about in a previous lesson, but I'm just coming slightly away from the strings to make sure I don't hit them. So that's going to cover our first little situation, right? So we've got down and then a fake up. Down, down, up. So we're going to do down, fake, and then down, up, which we've done already, so that shouldn't feel too bad. So down, fake, down, up, down, down, up. And now we're going to have our second fake situation, right? So we've got our first fake here coming up, down, down, up, and now we're going to fake down. Down, down, up, fake. Down, down, up, fake down. Down, down, up, fake. And now finally, we're going to end with up, down, up. And now this can feel a little bit weird, but I think it was lesson 3 where I'd kind of talked about doing some different strumming things and just isolating up strums. You want to get this to where it doesn't feel too awkward. Like I said, it takes time, but you want to get good at that because the final 3 things of our strumming pattern is actually going to be up, down, up. So we want to kind of isolate that. So we've got down, down, up, down, fake, fake again, down, fake, up, right? And just kind of work on those fake moves. So down, down, up, down, up. And you can even exaggerate those fake motions if they feel awkward for you. That's a good little tip or trick, just to kind of exaggerate those awkward motions, and that will get in your muscle memory quick. So just to do a few of these slow, I'm going to hold any chord, so pick a chord that you don't quite have under your fingers yet and hold that. But just to make it quick, I'm going to grab an E minor and I'm just going to do a whole bunch, nice and slow. So maybe you can play along with me. For the next part of this lesson, I would like to introduce another very, very common chord progression. We can do A, D, E, D, or we can do A7, D7, E7, and D7. Now, I would like to incorporate our new strumming pattern with both of these chord progressions. So this week, I want to work on combining the new strumming pattern with either A, D, E, and D, or A7, D7, E7, back to D7. And those chord progressions are kind of bits and pieces of lots of different songs. Wild Thing, Twist and Shout, Guantanamera, La Bamba, the blues. They're not always going to be in that specific order, but those three chords are extremely popular in the blues and rock and roll and make up a lot of different songs. A little tip or pro trick that I like to use with this strumming pattern is removing my fingers on the last up strum. So for example, if we're going from A to D, I'm going to go down, down, up, down, up. So notice on that last up strum, I'm removing my first and second fingers. Not my third finger though, and why is that? Well, if we're going from A to D, our third finger is going to act as our guide finger. So he's going to stay put and simply slide up one fret when we go to the next chord. So on A, remove, and then, and now here, going from D to E, we also have a guide finger, our index finger. He's on the G string at fret 2, so I'm going to simply remove my third and second fingers on the final strum and then grab our E chord. And whenever we go back to D, our index finger is going to be our guide finger as well. So we can apply the exact same concept using 7 chords. So here we've got A7, but no guide finger going to D7. So I'm just going to remove all my fingers on the last strum. So down, down, up, down, remove, going to D7. Going to E7, also no guide finger, so I'm just taking everybody off on that last up strum. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, off, down. That's going to give us some time to get to the next chord. So to do a quick recap, we've got our strumming pattern, right? Which is down, down, up, down, up. We're putting some of those fake strums because we want to keep a fluid motion going with our right hand at all times. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up. And then inside our chord progression, when using that strumming pattern, on the very final strum, which is going to be an up strum in this case, we can remove all of our fingers, or if we have a guide finger, remove every finger except for the guide. So again, for the A, guide, 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 and guide. Now when we do the 7th chords, we don't have any guide fingers, so I'm just going to remove all of my fingers. there you go.